Okay, we're back. If you're finding it useful so far, please subscribe, hit like, share the video, and definitely leave me a comment. All right. So right now we have this, and again, we drew all those curves out there. We have this one here, this one here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and select these inside ones here because we don't want to mess with those right now. We'll turn them on peach. And then hide them, right? But we do want to keep everything else, and we have pretty much all the outside borders on. Like I said, I'm not going to do a lot on design, but there's a lot you could do here. You could flow profiles on here. I'm just going to do it real simple. I'm going to go ahead and take yellow and change it all to red, make it easy for myself. And so far that looks okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is bring back my ring rail now. And I'm going to click on my ring rail, type in length, L-E-N-G-G-T-H, length, and then hit enter. And it'll give me the length of this total circle, right? So I'll go grab a line, and I will just, anywhere out here is fine, hold down shift. Well, before I do that, I want to go in here and I want to select this number here. I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to right click back in here and hit paste, and then it'll lock me in there, and hold down shift so it's straight. And I'm going to take that curve, I'll go ahead and change it to blue so it's a total different layer, right? And then we'll go to transform, and we will go ahead and lock that into the center, right? So it's like that, right? Okay, so we have all this out. Now what we're going to do is do a flow, right? We're just going to flow this, all this up here, even the curves. That's why we went ahead and did the curves, because it'll be easier for us later on. So what we're going to do is we'll go to our transform, which we're already there. We'll go to flow, flow along curve, select objects to flow first, right? So we're going to select all those objects there, not our line or our ring rail, of course. And then we're going to hit enter, and then click on our straight line that has the same. Well, before we do that, I forgot something here real quick. I can't remember if I did it, so I'm going to check my seam there real quick. Yeah, it's at the top. I want to drag that down to the bottom here real quick so that it will flow in the right direction. Okay, now I'll go back to transform and go to that flow command right here along curve, and then select all our items, even our curves, not the ring rail or the line curve there, and we'll hit enter. We'll select at the end of the blue curve there, and we'll select down here at the bottom where the seam's at, and it'll flow it up there for us, right? Excuse me. Now I'm going to go ahead and select all this stuff there, and we'll change that to this beautiful off yellow peach color, and we'll just hide it, right? Because now we want to just work on this, right? And I'll go ahead and turn my line off for now, right? All right, so we have all that. I'm going to go ahead and select all my red, go to my solid. Like I said, there's a lot you could do here. I'm just going to make it very quick for the video's sake. And then hit pipe. It'll lay out all those pipes, right? And let's see here. We're at a, where's our, let's go down here first, I guess. We can bump this out maybe just a little, make that a little bit heavier, all those curves, and then we'll bump, what was that, 3.6 4.1. Okay, and we'll go ahead and click this one out to 4.1 as well. 4.1, maybe it'll be easier if I just go over here and type in 0.41 and hit enter. There we go. So we have those curves out just a little bit thicker because, you know, that it will be our rails going along there, right? So it probably help us out as far as thickness and durability. So not a bad thing to have. So we'll just go ahead and hit enter from here, right? Now, we want to take this surface and we want to change it to a different layer. So we'll change it to this layer here. And we should be good to go from here. Yeah. Okay, so now what we're going to do is go and click on all our viewports here and get them kind of lined up so we can kind of see what's going on. Get that one down there. And we'll angle this one a little bit. All right, let's swing that around where it's supposed to be. Okay. All right, so we'll go to oh, no, we don't. We go to surface, sorry, and we'll just get a planar curve, and I'll switch to my cutting layer. And I will go in here and draw one out there, and I will draw another one out here so it covers my entire item, right? And now what I want to do is split that surface there, this surface here, split it with this surface and that surface. And then give it a second, it'll blow our history, which is no big deal. And now we have something like this. Let's go ahead and hide that layer there. And we can start selecting the stuff that we really don't need anymore, which should be this, all that. We just want to work off these surfaces right here, right? So from here, what we're going to do is decide which one we want to work on first, right? Let's take this surface here. Now, this is going to be interesting. We'll go to our transform and go to our auto base. And see, that's way probably too big for this surface, right? It probably takes the whole surface. So there's something we can do here. We can go here, go to our surface, go down here to edit tools, and we can shrink trim surface. Now when we select that and go to our auto base, it should give us a smaller auto base, right? Which it does. And then we'll hit enter, select on that, and go to center option, and then we'll drag it out. Okay, so we have this out here, and I'll take that. And let's see, we'll change it to a different color so it's not killing our eyes. And then we'll go down here, and I'll just do a real quick from object, duplicate border. I'll change to red, select that and hit enter. And then I will go ahead and hide that surface so I have that out there. Well, actually, I'll bring it back real quick because I want to check something. I'm thinking that this is the direction, so let's just go ahead and draw a line out there from mid to mid, and then we'll select it, and we'll go to solids, and we'll just do a pipe on that real quick because I just want to test, see how this is going to flow and how I have to work with it, right? So we'll go to transform now and just check it out, and we'll select this surface here, we'll select this surface here, we'll go in objects to flow, will be this one here, and hit enter. And okay, so this is direction, right? So we'll just go ahead and delete that, and we will delete that as well. All right, and then that actually we'll keep. Yeah, we'll actually keep this one, and we will drag it. Let's go to our move, not explode, our move command, and we'll select right there on the end and drag it over to this end, and then we'll select that one by itself if I can grab it. There we go. And I'll go back to that piping, and we'll do a pipe on that. And let's see, this one's going to be going to the center. We had that at 4.1, so let's go ahead and bump this up to a 4.12. So I'll go over here, start size 0.41, enter, and that one at a 0.41 as well. 4.1, enter, so it's now 0.41, 0.41, 0.41, 0.41. Okay, and then enter, right? All right, so I'll just take that and hide it for a second here. And this is the direction we want to go. So we'll go back to curves. And again, like I said, there's all kind of designs you can do here. I'm just making it pretty simple right now. So we'll go to art direction. We'll go from here. We'll go maybe over to here. And then we'll just do a little bend like that. And we have that. And I'll take that, and we will do that piping again, solid pipe, and we'll keep it we'll keep it this size here. Should be fine. Now here what we're going to do is a little, you could do it many ways, so I'm just going to do it very slow and methodically. So I'm going to hold down Alt. I'm going to click here, and I am going to type in a, let's try 1. So it'll go in this direction, going with the red arrow, right? And then hit enter. So it duplicates that. And that's maybe I want a little bit more distance there. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to click on it again, hold down Alt, click on it, and go to a 1.5 and check this out. That's maybe a little 1.25 maybe. So you can play around with that. Let's just select it, go here. Let's do a 1.25 and hit enter. I forgot to hit Alt that time, so we'll click on it, hold down Alt, 1.25, enter, and hold down Alt, click 1.25, enter. That's good. And then we'll go here and I'll click on that, and this time I type in a negative 1.25 and hit enter. Oops. Undo that last one, select this one, go here, negative 1.25. Oh, before I gotta hold down shift, so or hold down Alt as I click that, negative 1.25. okay, all right, hold down Alt, negative 1.25, hold down Alt, negative 1.25, hold down Alt, negative 1.25. There's lots of what you could do, flow along curve, or I'm just doing this the old. There we go. I think that will probably be the last one. Yeah, we'll keep that section just for sake of argument. All right, so we have that out there, and it's kind of looking pretty crazy. And let's bring back that one. Okay, so let's select this surface here, and we're going to click on our ball there, right? Click on our ball here, drag it up, click off of it, click back on of it, drag it down, and then we'll just type in CAP, enter. So we have this here, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a Boolean union. All right, so we'll go to a Boolean union, and we need to select all our surfaces, right? So I am going to go in here and make it easy on myself, drag all that, hide it, select objects to hide, enter. Okay, now I can just select green, right, as our first. Well, before I do that, I got a Boolean union, or Boolean intersection rather. Sorry, first surface green, enter. Second surface will be our gray thing there, and we'll hit enter, and we have that, and enter, right? And we will get rid of this, and I lost my surface because I did not duplicate it. So I'm going to go back here real quick before I did the extrusion. And first of all, I'm going to go ahead and select this and then hide it so it's out of the way, right? I want to duplicate this border. So I'm going to, or that surface, I'm going to duplicate it in place, and I'll change it to this white layer and then turn it off for right now. Now I can select that surface, extrude it up. Broke history, no big deal. Click on it, bring it down, cap, enter, and then do that Boolean intersection. First surface will be green, second surface will be this one, enter, and it'll give me that, and I'll select that, get rid of it, and now we need to select all these little pieces that okay, got to be careful. Yeah, get rid of all those. Delete. Okay, so we just have what what we cut out, right? And that's what we want. So now we can bring back that original surface there, or the copy of it, right? And we have that there. All right, so let's bring back our ring. Now we can do that transform smart flow. Our surface will be this one. Our destination surface will be this one. And our objects will be these. And then hit enter. And let's see how that floats up there. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of what we wanted. What happened to my curve there? I had a curve here at one time, I thought. Okay, so we'll hit enter. That's what we want. And we'll take all this and we will hide it to this layer here and get rid of it for right now. And we can go ahead and get rid of that surface there as well, because that's kind of what we wanted. And we can take all this here and we go to transform, parametric mirror, XY on, multi on, and then enter. And it'll flow all those surfaces up for us, right? Yeah. Originally, I had that curve there, which would make things a lot easier. And I should have kept that out and ran a pipe on it, but I did not. So did I save it? That is the question. Well, I have it here. Oh, there it is. So let's take that curve there. And this curve here. And that's why we keep things, right? Go to solid, go to pipe. And I think it was a 0.41, I believe, and enter, and then a 0.41 here as well, 0.41, enter. So now we have that pipe out there. It makes it a lot easier, right? So there we go. Now I think it was this color here. Nope, not that one. This one here. Okay, now we're back to that. Let's go ahead and enter there. So now we have that. It's much easier, right? It looks much better. And everything kind of flows in there pretty good, right? Okay, looking pretty cool. uh, yeah, nice flow in there. Okay, so let's go back to shaded here. And let's keep going here and see how we can do. Now I am going to, let's see, that surface right there, that edge, right? I wouldn't mind having a straight edge going across there, I don't think. Let's, well, we can always do it afterwards. Well, that's later anyway. This is the surface we want right now, right here. So let's work on that one. And let's see what it does for the auto base with us. Auto base, let's see, auto base. And that looks a little, maybe that's might be all right. But let's go ahead and delete that. And let's just check this surface. So we'll go to the surface. We'll go down here, tools again, and we'll shrink trim surface, right? And now let's go ahead and try that auto base and see if it gives us a little bit smaller or if it's the same. So we'll hit that. It's the same, so it must have been okay. So we'll go ahead. Oh, I need to complete that command. Select object to center, this one here, and then enter. And then I'll select that object again and drag that one out. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my peach because it's irritating me. And we have that out there, right? And we'll take that one this time and we'll turn it to a dark color as well. And we will do the same thing. We will go to curves and we will, from object and duplicate border, it's on red, so we'll hit enter and we'll hide it. Okay, well, I guess I should check to see direction again, make it easier so I don't have to lay it all out and then go back. So let's do our curve thing here again. Let's abort that. Let's just go from that mid there to that mid there. Let's go to solids, grab a pipe, select that, enter. Okay, we'll hit enter, and now we'll just see how this flows. All right, so we'll go ahead and do a transform. Obviously, it's going to float. This is going to flow right to the middle of there. I'm pretty sure. But let's make sure. Smart flow, this surface here, object, this one, enter, yep, right through the middle. Okay, we'll back out of that. We'll get rid of this. We don't want it. And we will hide that surface now at this point, and we don't want this either. Okay, so, but we do want to take this curve and we're going to nuke it. So we have 4 different sections here, right? And I think maybe let's put some points on it. So let's go to our curves and go to our point object right here, right? And down here at the bottom, divide curve by number of segments. So we'll take that, and we have it set at 10. 10 sounds probably pretty good. So let's just go ahead and hit enter. And then I'll do this one to 10. Okay, I really didn't have to do that one, but it'll be easier. I can always get rid of them, so it's no big. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to take all red, and I'm going to turn it to this color, because I'm going to want to get rid of those points. Turn those off, or turn those on. Okay, so let's bring back the red, and we have it all sectioned off. Okay, so let's go to our top view, because it'll be easier. And from here, what I'm going to do is arc direction, original arc direction. I'm going to go that middle curve, go over here to this one, then go over to this one. Then I'm going to go to this one, and then, let's see, no. I'm going to go to this one, that one, and then that one. And then go to this one, that one, and that one. Go to this one, that one, and that one, and just work my way down through here. I could duplicate these just as easy. Just kind of working my way down through here. Okay, so we have all this, and we're going to take all that, and we are going to mirror it from right here, and hold down Shift, and do something like that there. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and get rid of those points. I'm going to hide them for right now. And let's see, I don't want these for right now, so let's hide that as well. And then let's just take all this and let's do a piping with it. So we have some kind of mess like this going on. That doesn't really look too hot. It kind of, oh wait a minute, let's go drop it down to a smaller. It's still kind of messed up in there, right? It's not something I'm liking, so I'm going to back out of this and kind of figure out what I want in here. What are we doing? This section here? Oh, I know. Let's take this and delete it. I don't like it. So let's get that. Let's turn back on those points. And yeah, let's grab a line curve. Do a different design. Let's go to yellow this time, and I'll drag it out there, and then I'll take that, and let's just do array. Transform, array, linear, well, a long curve, that would be good here. And we have 2, so let's put 10 and enter. Okay, we'll just take those 10. That's kind of strange. Why would they be different? So let's go ahead and take these points and delete them. Yeah, okay. Take these points, delete. Okay, so we'll take these here and we will mirror them from here and over to here. Now we'll just do the normal blend. I don't want to have to manipulate the crosshairs, so we'll just go there and we will go there. And now we'll take both of these and we will duplicate them from that point there to this point, 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 this point, this point, and that point. And click off of that, and we will get rid of all of these. And we will get rid of all this. And we'll take our red and we'll maybe save that just in case. You never know. And we'll hide that. And then we'll take all this And let's do piping with it. Like I said, there's all kind of different designs. I'm just kind of doing the easiest to kind of show the concept behind it, right? So we'll take that, we'll drop this down to a 0.5 millimeters, which will a 0.25, which is a 0.5 millimeter, right? And then hit enter. All right. So let's grab our surface, and again, we want to take that surface, we want to duplicate it in place, and then we want to change it to another layer and hide it, right? Or you can take this layer and turn it off and bring back that layer. It doesn't matter. Next thing we want to do is, of course, do that extrusion again and get our box, right? So we'll take that, bring it back down inside, and we'll go ahead and hide our item again so we can pick everything very easily. And now we'll do that Boolean intersection. Select all our green as our first surface, enter. Select this as our second, enter. And enter. And then get rid of this. And we broke history again, which is no big deal. And there we go. We have all that out there. All right. So let's bring back our item again. And we worked off of this surface. So we'll just go ahead and bring back that. Well, oh, did I bring back the... Did I select the wrong? Oh, okay. Let's get that back. Where did my surface go? Well, it doesn't matter because I have my red lines out there, right? So I'll just go ahead and take that red line, that red line, that red line, and that red line. And we will join those together, and we will go to surface, and we will do a planar curve. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Planar curve. There we go. Okay, so we have our base surface back out there. All right, so now what we're going to do is go to transform, and we'll go to smart flow, select our base surface, select our destination surface, select our objects, these, and then hit enter and give it a second. And there we go. Cool. Yeah, beautiful. All right. Next thing we want to do is see we have some things through here. I guess if you wanted to leave them, you could. Let's go ahead and let's first accept that. And then we'll just go ahead and take this and we'll drag down and we'll put on this peach layer here. And we will turn that off. All right. Now we have some extra objects in there, right? Maybe we want, maybe we don't want, right? So first thing, let's go in here and take this surface, and I think it was the peach layer right here, so we'll put it on that. And we want to maybe get rid of some of this in here, right? So let's take this and we will ungroup them right now. And this we definitely don't want. This we definitely don't want. That one's questionable. This one I don't think we really need. But this one here, quite possibly we maybe want this part here, maybe not. Let's get rid of it and see what, I really don't need it. But this one here, it's not hurting anything, I don't think. We'll just keep it. All right, so let's go back and let's select all these surfaces. That surface, this surface, this one, 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 this one. And we'll join those back together, group them back together rather. All right, so we have that. And let's do our mirror. And go up here, turn on our Y, turn on our X, and multi, and hit enter. There we go. So far. Okay. All right, what are we at? 23 minutes, a little over because I didn't start the clock until later. Let's go ahead and finish this edge out, and then that way we can just work on the top there. How's that? All right, so we have this now, right? And I'm unsure whether I want that. Well, it doesn't matter because we can work on that in a minute. So let's take this surface and let's go to, ooh, that looks pretty long. And we'll take it. We'll see what it does. And we'll go to, oops, sorry, select our surface, go to center, enter, and then drag it up and swing it around here so we can kind of see what's going on. Let's go ahead and take that surface and we'll switch it to a darker layer. And to start with, let's just check it. So we'll get a line curve, snap to our mid, snap to our mid, go ahead and do that piping again just to make sure where our directions are at. Select our curve, enter, enter, and then let's do that smart flow again just to find out how much this is taking up. There, object, there, enter. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, see, that's going all the way to that original part, remember, before we cut it off, that section there. So that's not what we want. So let's go ahead and take all this and delete it. Now we want to go in here, go to our surface, and go back to that shrink trim surface. And now let's do another auto base and select that one. And we have a shorter one, right? So we'll hit enter, we'll grab that one, we'll go to center, enter, and we'll drag it out. And we know this one's probably going to be good to go. So let's go ahead and switch that to a color there. Let's go to our curves. Excuse me. From object, duplicate that border. Let's turn it to red. Here, enter, and let's turn that off. Okay, so that we have our red there. All right, so this is what we want to work with. We'll go to our top view here. And what do we want to do here? Let's try that swirly thing there that we did earlier. All right. So we'll take this curve. We'll go ahead and nuke it here real quick. And then we'll take that curve. We'll go to our points. We'll go down here, segments, and we'll keep it at 10. And let's see what it does on this one here. So we'll grab that arc direction again. That first one, and we'll go from, let's change it to yellow. She was all yellow. And there, yeah, that looks much better. Okay. So we'll go there. Go to there, and then I'll just select that one and cheat. And go there, and we'll select there, 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 there. Okay, so we have all those. And let's take all this. Let's go to solids, and again, you can do all kind of designs here. I'm just going to real quick do the piping, and we were going to make this one, ooh, yeah, cool, smaller. So we have something like that going on, right? And we'll hit enter. Now, depending on how this flows up there, you know, we can do all kind of manipulation here. We can select all this, and we can kind of bump it up a little to see, you know, find out where it's going to connect at, or if it's going to connect, I guess. But this should be okay. So we have this. Okay. So let's go ahead and take this. We'll do it this way this time. This one, and this one. We'll group that together. Broke history, no big deal. We'll go ahead and extrude it up. Now we have an open surface, so we have to remember that. And we'll bring it back down. Broke surface, then we'll type in CAP, cap. So we have a solid surface. Let's go to our Boolean intersection. And this time I did not hide my items, so let's do that this here real quick. And then we'll go back, and we will select that Boolean intersection. First section will be green. Enter. Enter, enter, delete, and we want to maybe go to our right view, would probably be easiest, and zoom in here. And I think if we just grab those little tips there, we should be able to delete those, and it'll give us our cutout pieces, right? Looks like it. Yeah. Okay, so we have this. All right, so now let's go to bring back that surface, and let's bring back our item here. And let's go and do that smart flow again. Transform, smart flow, base surface first. This one. destination surface, this one, objects, these, and hit enter and see how that flows up there. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, it kind of comes up. I should probably not have drawn them down or drew them back so much. So let's go ahead and hit enter. My history's on, so maybe this will work. I'm going to go ahead and select all these, and I am going to kind of thin them in a little bit. See if that works. I could probably do it a little bit more. Let's take these and just a little bit that way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So you can play around with that. I'm going to keep moving. So we'll take all this, and let's see, we got all these covered up. So let's go over here to nice light blue, and we'll turn them off. All right, and we'll go ahead and grab this surface here and keep it with the same surface. And we'll take this, and we will go to mirror, of course, and we'll turn on X, Y, and multi, and we will hit enter. Okay, so there's the reason why I kept on going back to that server. So let's turn on blue, that light blue again, and I am going to go and duplicate an edge. So from object, duplicate this little edge right there, and then hit enter, right? And then I'll just go right away to solids, and we'll just do a little pipe action on it. And we'll just go ahead and hit enter, and we will go ahead, take that and mirror it over to our other side. No y, X, Y or anything, just the Y, and it should add this one right there, and hit enter. So there we go. So it kind of cleans up that area, right, and keeps it kind of dimensional or whatever. So now we can turn this back off, right? And we've got this going on so far. Pretty cool. All right, so we'll just go ahead and pause the video here, I think. We've kind of went up 30 minutes. That's a little long. But it's looking pretty good so far. Yeah. It's coming along. All right, and we'll pause here and then come back and redo work on this top. And the reason why we didn't flow that original... those original curves, those peach, I think it was. Was it peach? Negative. What color was it? Blue? Oh, we can't have curves on with that. So peach. Yeah. The reason why we didn't flow those up along with it is because it would have distorted it too much. As you can see, we already have a lot of distortion going on there, but that surface is okay. There's other ways to make it straighter and everything. It's just that it's a little more complicated to get the sides in, but it's still possible. But we wanted to keep these more to shape, right? So that's why we didn't flow those up originally. It would have distorted them out, and it been a little bit harder and more complicated to work with. So with that being said, from there, that's our next part, is to go ahead and finish up our top, and then we'll put on the shank at the very end. So hopefully this will give you a lot to work with, and we'll be back shortly.